Hi Fred, it's Randy here from Randy Cycle Service. Got your 65 Royal Enfield Interceptor all done up here, and we're just going to do a quick video of a cold start, show you how it runs and everything. For everybody else watching, 65 Interceptor, we did a full engine rebuild on it, went through everything. It was basically started as kind of a basket case, brought it back to life again. It turned out to be a really pretty bike. So what we're going to do is a cold start for you, Fred. Today it's about 85 degrees already, so when I say cold, that's relative to the engine hasn't been running. So you're going to follow this procedure pretty much anytime you start it, you know, from the night before or the next day or what have you. If you're starting warm, then obviously you're just going to start, no big deal there. We do have an air valve for both carburetors. This acts like a choke, and then we have ticklers on both carburetors too. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn on the fuel and give it just a second to fill up the bowls. It should be good there. What we're going to do is we're going to depress the tickler on each carburetor. This is the left side. See a trickle of gas. Do the same on the right side. A trickle of gas. Then we're going to set the air lever up here to fully closed. Now when I start it, you're going to notice as soon as it starts, I'm going to open this air valve just a little bit, and then as soon as it wants to act like it's going to run okay and smooth out, then we'll turn it completely off. It usually doesn't take long on this particular bike, I find, most of the time. I will also be holding the throttle at about maybe an 1/8 open, and you'll need to do that to hold the idle up when it's cold until it warms up fully. Once it warms up, it'll idle on its own, but when it's cold, it will not. So you'll have to remember to do that, so you can't just walk away from it when you start it cold. You'll have to be here to kind of babysit it. So we're going to do that. We're going to turn the key on. We do have a key on this one because we added a key switch to it. Normally we wouldn't with a magneto bike, but we put it back here in the back panel. And the key's on. Kick start out. Now I've just fully opened it, and I'm holding this up at about 8 throttle or so just to keep it idling. You can see right now we're idling at about almost 2,000 RPM with me holding the throttle up, which is a good place to let it find its way until it gets warm. One thing you may recall from this bike, Fred, and if you don't recall, I'll show you right now. When you get ready to ride, your shift pattern, obviously being British, it's on the right-hand side, but in unconventional fashion, Royal Enfield, much like Norton and early BSA, has an upside-down shift pattern where first gear is at the top and the other 3 gears are straight down. And you also have that nifty little neutral finder on there as well, so when you come to a stoplight, you can tap that with your heel and it'll bring you right back to neutral again. So I'm going to take a quick ride up the driveway for you.